The beliefs of Africans before Christianity that they keep away from you. The development of Christianity on the African continent is like a tapestry that has been sewn together with bits and pieces of the region's diverse spiritual and cultural practices. There are some beliefs of Africans before Christianity that they keep away from you. When African communities were exposed to the teachings of Christianity, components of their pre-existing belief systems began to mix, which resulted in the formation of a novel and syncretic form of religious practice. Christianity, mostly the religion of Britishers. But why is it important? Well, it's important in this way that this religion was the religion of colonizers. But what's more interesting is what type of culture they have when there was not present. It has really changed now, but the traditional rules of that time period. The worship of ancestors and a strong connection to nature that are hallmarks of African spirituality found parallels in Christian ideas of communion and the presence of the divine in all things created. Christian worship gradually adopted ancient practices such as dancing, singing, and symbolism, which led to the evolution of rituals. However, this fusion also brought up friction due to the fact that colonial governments frequently attempted to suppress indigenous rituals. African Christians, despite the difficulties they faced, embraced their dual inheritance and nurtured a faith that wove together flawlessly the threads of history, resilience, and reverence for the sacred. These shards are all that are left as a living testimony to the unyielding spirit that was responsible for the harmonious blending of African customs and Christian beliefs in today's world. What really has interested people these days is again the kind of rich culture they used to have when they were not. It was vibrant, colorful, and whatnot. It's really beautiful to look around. Today we are going to cover the beliefs of Africans before Christianity that they keep away from you, so follow the video till the end. The roots of the Ethiopian Church go back hundreds of years, much before the development of Catholicism. As a result, the Ethiopian Church is considered an ancient bulwark of Christianity. The Ethiopian Church has a long and illustrious history that is intricately woven into the fabric of Ethiopian culture. Its beginnings can be traced back to the 4th century CE. Traditions, liturgy, and religious practices in Ethiopia have developed independently over time thanks to the country's mountainous environment, which has helped build a spiritual identity that is wholly its own. Ethiopian Christianity flourished and carved out its own unique path far before the Protestant Reformation and the establishment of the Roman Catholic Church. The connection that the Church has to biblical figures like the Queen of Sheba and the Apostle Philip lends additional layers of historical and spiritual relevance to the organization. The Ethiopian Church, in all of its sequestered magnificence, maintains a collection of old manuscripts, texts with illuminated images, and brilliant iconography. These are all testaments to the Church's ongoing legacy. This old institution continues to be a monument to a faith that predates many of its contemporaries by centuries, and it echoes a profound spiritual journey. The cultural richness of Africa is like a rich tapestry that has been fashioned from a great number of different threads, each of which represents a different set of customs and histories. The cultures of the Berbers, the Arabs, and Mediterranean have all left a significant imprint on the northern parts of Europe. The tenacity and inventiveness of the people who live on this continent are reflected in the robust book culture that flourishes over its entirety. This culture embraces both oral narrative and written literature. The Yoruba are a significant ethnic group in West Africa, and they are known for their myriad of rituals and traditions that have their origins in spirituality. Its art, music, and religion are all inextricably intertwined, serving as an illustrative example of a holistic way of life. In West Africa, the pulsating rhythms of djembe drums serve as a reflection of the profound connection between rhythm and life, while in East Africa, Maasai warriors are known for their unique blend of colorful clothing and age-old rituals. Africa is a continent where identity is celebrated through dance, art, language, and ritual, a monument to the depth of human expression and unity throughout plurality. Amidst this, numerous more nationalities lend their own distinctive hues to the continent's diverse palette. The cutting down of sacred groves in Africa had a significant impact on the societies of that continent, as it threw off their cultural, spiritual, and ecological equilibrium. These groves, which were treasured as sanctuaries of old beliefs and biodiversity, functioned as essential communal areas where rituals were carried out, information was passed down, and a profound connection was developed with the natural world. The fabric of these civilizations began to unravel when outside forces began to infringe on their sacred locations. These outside influences were pushed by elements like colonialism, urbanization, and industrialization. The disappearance of these groves caused a rift in the spiritual foundation, undermined the efficacy of ancient practices, and broke the complex connection that existed between people and their natural surroundings. This disruption frequently resulted in feelings of dislocation and identity crisis, as well as a reduction in the ecological sustainability of the area. The precarious state of the sacred groves is a striking illustration of the delicate relationship that exists between culture and nature, as well as the far-reaching implications that result from the deterioration of these groves for the communities of Africa. The term voodoo has historically been applied to African religious and cultural practices as a result of misunderstandings and cultural prejudices. This term, which has a pejorative connotation and is derived from the West African word vodun, which can either mean spirit or deity, has contributed to the perpetration of prejudices and misconceptions about the people of that region. The spiritual traditions of Africa are varied, full of symbolism, and profoundly based in the relationship that exists between humanity, nature, and the divine. The incorrect classification of these traditions as voodoo has frequently been fostered by ignorance and colonial prejudice. This causes people to ignore the intricate belief systems and rituals that have great importance in African communities. These kinds of misunderstandings have led to a skewed portrayal of these customs in the mainstream media and popular culture, which has further contributed to the exclusion and stigmatization of African traditions. It is essential to acknowledge and appreciate the complexities of these spiritual beliefs in order to shed light on their genuine nature while dispelling negative stereotypes. It's also necessary to recognize the complexity of these spiritual beliefs. For those who practice voodoo, the term voodoo conjures up images of a complex tapestry of cosmic energy formations, intricately woven through the threads of ancestral interpretation. This ancient religious system sees the universe as a dynamic interaction of energy and is directed by the knowledge and understanding of those who came before it. Followers of voodoo engage in complex rituals and rites in an effort to connect with the vibrations of the universe and channel the powerful forces that shape reality. According to this cosmology, the reincarnated souls of one's ancestors act as connecting links between the material world and the heavenly world. These respected ancestors are the ones who hold the secret to understanding the mysterious dance of cosmic energies and can provide insights into the rhythms of life's ebb and flow. Adherents, using offerings, invocations, and other holy rites, work to harmonize their lives with the overarching plan of the cosmos, using the interpretations that have been passed down through their lineage as a guide. As a result, voodoo emerges as a channel through which the mystique of cosmic energies can be comprehended and utilized as it has been handed down through the years. The orishas are important figures in African theology. Each orisha embodies a profound symbolism that represents the complex relationship between human characteristics, natural forces, and the cosmos. These supernatural entities, which are worshipped in a variety of African diaspora faiths such as Yoruba, Santira, and Candomblé, personify different facets of being in the world. Each of the orishas embodies a different aspect of the power that nature possesses, ranging from the booming authority of Shango to the quiet insight of Obatala. These deities are able to blend in perfectly with human characteristics, directing and influencing a person's feelings, emotions, and destinies as a result. In addition to this, orishas serves as a reflection of the cosmic equilibrium and are illustrative of the celestial choreography that is responsible for the operation of the universe. The orishas serve as a reminder that all forms of life are intertwined and interdependent on one another, much as the wind rustles through the leaves and rivers wind their way through the landscape. Devotees seek harmony with these multidimensional entities through rituals, prayers, and artistic manifestations, in the hopes of better aligning their lives with the intricate tapestry of life that the beings they worship symbolize. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more, we ask that you would kindly subscribe to our channel and make sure you keep watching if you enjoyed this video.